What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? Can we leave and make the time stand still? What if we stay, pretend there's nothing else? What if we stay? What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? Can we leave and make the time stand still? What if we stay, pretend there's nothing else? What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? Can we leave? What if we stay? Pretend there's nothing else. What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? Can we leave and make the time stand still? What if we stay, pretend there's nothing else?
She stole a smile and my heart responded. She's everything I never knew I wanted. And money won't buy her happiness. Yeah, she's my kind of glamorous. Natural beauty, what it's all about. Does something to me, can't figure it out. I never thought that I would find someone that I can't resist. This might be as close to heaven as I will ever get. I see perfection and a heart of gold. Always got my attention, beautiful soul. attention, beautiful soul. find someone that I can't resist. This might be as close to heaven as I will ever get. I see perfection and a heart of gold. Always got my attention. Beautiful soul.
Hey, yo! Uh-oh.
Sir,
Oh, no.
it's way too loud.
Goat's invisible.
Oh my god.
He's invisible already. We've got... Listen, you know, it's not a stream.
You only had an hour to prepare. So.
Two, actually. You know? Go ahead and try and rejoin the thing. I'm gonna... it doesn't show you anymore. Like, you left.
I don't want to be here anyway.
Yeah, you're only here so you don't get fined. We all know.
It's part of my community service.
Yeah, it's court ordered, but... oh, there he is.
All right.
There's
Good old collab stream.
Good old goat himself with the lag cam. All right. Power cycle. Yeah, turn it off, turn it back on again. That's what we did. Welcome, everyone. Episode 3 of the RUM-Gaming Monthly Pulse, where we fill you in on the monthly news with RUM-Gaming, veteran topics and news, gaming and pop culture. I am your host, Dragon Lord. Obviously, our other host
We
here.
are your hosts.
We are your host. I'm Dragon Lord, and that is Big Texas Goat, the man with the wonderful voice. So,
It's not the only thing that's wonderful about me.
yeah, what is it? 350 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, if I remember correctly.
About 330. You know.
330. Okay. You bringing it down a little bit. That's good.
I've never been 350, sir. Might look that way, though. What's that? You know, the camera adds 10, 20 pounds, right?
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah. But anyway, we'll just start out this one like we do every monthly post, show and tell. Big Texas Go here's always rum news, but primarily show and tell.
So,
Specifically show and tell.
We'll show it in there first, but
Yeah.
first I want to talk about our last event that we went to. We went to the
Yes.
Glenpool / Tulsa comic swap / Comic Con.
Right.
It was a mixture of good and bad. They had like 70 vendors, all kinds of cool stuff. Had a live DJ, live alcohol bar, little, minor actors. Had like 2 or 3 Power Rangers there. The 1980s Pippi Longstocking lady.
Yeah.
It was about 3 3 or 4 like 3D printing only booths.
Mm-hmm.
Ran into another veteran only 3D printing group.
Well, that's
Well,
awesome.
veteran ran, not like 4 veterans.
Right.
It's like 3, one guy that runs it, and then like his 3 veteran buddies that like help him when they go to shows and stuff.
Right.
Got to hang out with them for a little bit. They were tucked away in like the end of a hallway where nobody was really going, and they were getting back to back drinks back there. I just didn't care that they weren't making a ton of money. They were just having a good time of hanging out.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. You know, if you make lemonade out of the lemons they give you, right?
Yeah. So it was cool to talk with them and get some ideas about some future Tulsa shows to go to. Otherwise, the people next to us were resin people. They did everything in like resin molds.
Mm-hmm.
So they had everything you could think of, and they gave us a free business card holder. So I gave them a free item of ours as well.
Beautiful.
But they had lots of cool stuff. They actually take, sometimes they acquire 3D prints from random places and they put them in their molds. So they take like failed, like say you make a lizard and the tail broke off or something.
Right.
Well, they'll take that little lizard and they'll put it inside of a skull resin mold.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, it's cool repurposing. Got me wondering. I was like, man, if only I had more room. I could get into resin stuff too. It's like this hobby takes up enough room, as you can see. It's an entire wall of my office.
I'm more than happy to do the resin stuff. You know, it's just making the. I want to get more into doing the molding stuff too. It's just we would need to print the molds and then get them to me. I have everything to do with the resin stuff. I have all of the equipment. I have all the space.
Yeah, I'd have to figure out how to, whether it's worth printing in molds like that.
Yeah.
Or I guess print and then make a silicone mold or something.
Well, yeah, that's
the whole process.
You print a master, you make a silicone mold out of that, and then you cast resin in that mold.
Yeah. But you can also print in like rubber type materials. I don't know if that would work as well.
Well, from my experience, the 3D the printer itself is going to leave like texture, right? Obviously, right? You're going to get the lines from the layers and stuff like that. If you print the master, you can Bondo it, sand it down, make it smooth, make it nice how you need it, and then and then mold that. Whereas if you printed the mold, there's no way around the lines, unless you used a resin printer.
Oh, oh man, that is laggy as I skip around.
Oh yeah,
the room.
yeah. I'm telling you, dude, it's not great. We may want to just go ahead and skip over to Discord. To be honest,
I mean, it depends how much of an easy switch that is.
That's a very, very simple switch. Go ahead and do it. I can do it.
Just in the stream.
Yep.
Discord.
Out. Focus you. Don't show non-video participant. There. And then
well, while you're figuring that out, I can finish talking about the show.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. Like I said, there was about 70 vendors there. Lots of things to go see. Lots of hype about it, but I don't know. Sometimes the show's hit or miss because they do it on Sundays only, and I almost feel like maybe that hinders the amount of traffic that they get out there. But still made enough money to cover the cost and a little bit extra to put in RUM-Gaming's account. Definitely hoping that the bigger steampunk show this weekend will be a much better turnout to really compare to. So far, what we've done is the 2 mall shows and this Comic-Con, which looked like it was going to be amazing. Ended up making more money selling things to other vendors than we did customers.
Yeah, you were telling me that. That sucks.
But it's still fun. Still did some networking. Still met several customers that were veterans, other vendors that were veterans. As far as our outreach, it was great. As far as funding our operation, not so great.
Right. But I mean, that's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah.
Can't win them
And
all.
then with those molds, as you'll see when we get the camera going, I finally got into trying to make molds out of our scraps because I have like 4 large post office boxes of scrap now. It just keeps growing. And I bought a toaster oven off of like Facebook Classifieds for like $20 like 2 months ago. Still finally went out there. Or well, actually, I take that back. I went out there about a month after I bought it, tried making the coasters because my original goal was a lot of people do these skull molds out of all their scrap. I wanted to be different. I was like, I'll make coasters and then make a coaster holder with like the RUM-Gaming logo on the side.
Right.
And we'll be unique, a little 4 set of like molded coasters and a custom RUM-Gaming coaster holder. And yeah, I did not like follow through with all those steps in my head. I got the silicone mold, that was fine. Melting it in there was fine. But then trying to find a way to make them smooth so that they could be functional, nice looking coasters
Right.
is practically impossible. And the bottom part that was in the mold that is smooth was burnt because I was trying to learn the right temperature. So it's like black and brown. Still nice, like not like crusting and falling apart. But it's not the radiant multicolor of all the scrap that I put in there.
Right.
And then the top part that was, out of the mold is just a bubbly mess, which, some people were saying, oh, you just sand it down as much as you can and like glue like a felt pad onto it and have that be the bottom. And I'm like, oh, that'd be great. Except I was trying to figure out a way to make it smooth. So I went and bought a router and tried making a jig to hold a round coaster in place while trying to run a router back and forth across it. And yeah, all that did was make a damn mess in my garage, and it still doesn't look that great. And I was like, and then I just got to thinking, I'm like, man, it takes me like 2 hours to go back and forth every like 10 minutes to melt these coasters down. And then it's going to take me another like 2 hours of post work trying to smooth these things out with a router. And then I'm going to have to go buy felt pads and glue those on there. And it was like, man, I'm going to spend 4 hours of labor for one set of coasters. Or I could just be like everybody else and get a skull silicone mold and make skulls.
Yeah.
But it do one different. I bought a skull and I bought a turtle.
I saw the turtle. I thought the turtle was a little bit better.
Yeah, it's different at least. How's the camera going?
Still like for some reason it's like not letting me resize the window as easily as I should be. So I'm trying to get it sized to fit in the frame. I have it on there, but it's not letting me.
I'm
It's
still
not
just seeing the
cooperating.
spaceship go around.
Yeah, that's because I'm doing it like in edit mode, so it doesn't change into the live. I can do my edits without affecting what's happening live. You know.
Well, we'll continue talking then. So, like I said, we're looking forward to this weekend. Going to Steampunk November in Venus, Texas.
Yeah.
Be out there Saturday and Sunday. Bringing all, what was it, like 15, 20 different steampunk gear, plague doctor type things.
Oh yeah.
Anything
We're
we can
coming.
basically think of, we're
Yeah.
bringing.
We're coming
Don't have like,
loaded up.
10 of each, but we got a few of each to kind of diversify and see what people like, as well as just our whole normal slew of things that we've been printing. And potentially have a corner booth, so that's kind of exciting. This will be the first time having a corner booth.
Yeah, that'll be big, I think, especially if we actually do get it. Because I know
we're either like 2 spots away from the corner or we're on the corner. We got 2 different maps emailed to us. So we're like, well, guess it was figured out when we get there.
Yeah, figure it out. I don't know.
But it's both exciting and scary and anxiety filled because like want it to do well. It's a big step for both of us to be traveling to Dallas to do a show instead of just something
Yep.
local. And then, of course, been watching the weather like a hawk this week.
Yep.
And it went from like 40% chance to rain on Friday to 60% chance to rain on Friday to 80% chance to rain on Friday.
Yeah.
And it also went from like a little bit in the afternoon and a drizzle in the evening to now it's like 80% chance all day, all night. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God.
Ugh.
And
Now
we
we're gonna have to like
have to be
set up.
set up on Friday.
Yeah, there's like
And it's like,
no way around it. Like it's in the
yeah,
requirements. We have
yeah.
to be set up.
Unless we show up, the rules now are you are not allowed to set up Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It's like, so great. It's either set up when it's dry Saturday morning or get out there and trunch around in the rain.
Yeah.
Like, and and it's kind of comical because in their rules, they were going to limit how many vehicles, and depending on weather, they weren't going to let any vehicles at all because they don't want to make it muddy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you're going to have 100 people trudging back and forth in the rain. Like, what do you think's
Yeah.
going to happen?
Yeah, because you're making people set up, on Friday when it's raining all fucking day.
Yeah. Granted, you can come and sit up all week, but that's great if you live in town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
great.
How's it
But
going,
anyway,
sir?
so now that the camera's working, it's going to show the.
Well, I'm still trying to get it working for the big goat. So.
Oh, well, that's fine. So we got this turtle mold, turtle mold. I go, son. These are pretty cool. We just keep put it in a toaster oven, fill it up with scrap, let it melt down, fill it up again and again and again and again about 25,000 times. And then you finally end up with a turtle for the first thing for show and tell. You get a turtle that's supposed to be like rainbow colored, but it got a little toasty. And it looks a little better in person. But it's got colors everywhere. I shoved a lot of gray and tan and black in here, trying to keep it all one color the best I can, but it takes a surprising amount of scrap to make
Right.
this solid piece. So, but it's pretty cool. So this is the second thing that I've done with the scrap, and it came out pretty cool. First thing was a skull, like a lot of vendors have, and this one has a lot more color to it because I was just shoving everything I could into it. And it's got a lot of unique colors everywhere. But the top was still a little bit burnt. These dark brown spots right here are actually like the burn marks from when it was like sitting in there too long. Then you can kind of see on the bottom of both of these how the bottoms turn out. Kind of bubbly and jagged. And you gotta try and sand it down the best you can. So that's a work in progress. You know, I'm probably not going to bring these two to the steampunk show because they're mostly like my testers. But next show, I'm hoping to have a handful of both of these to sell and show off.
Beautiful.
As far as other show and tell, we've been testing out some rainbow film finally. We got a few rainbow pieces to show off. We got one of the standard little flexi octopuses that everybody makes. As you can see on the bottom, it's got like a yellow, and then on the sides, it's got pink and blue and purple going all the way up.
Oh, that's
Makes it
pretty cool.
makes a very unique octopuses that I think kids will like. Same thing with the axolotl. Well, axolotl, but this one just got pink on the bottom, purple on the top. Like it didn't get the full array of the color. And part of that is because I made these by themselves, because they take up almost the entire print bed across. So when you do one print, you really only get like one or two colors. These octopuses, I did 4 at a time, which is why it got the array of like 4 colors. And then the coolest one is turtles. I made some more of the flexi turtles because they've been doing really good. And I got really lucky on how it came out. It started with blue on the bottom and then slowly meshed into green on the top. So it's the
Oh,
perfect turtle color. And I printed like 8 of these at a time.
look
So
at that.
I can't believe how lucky I got on the color scheme on them. And then kind of almost the full array is these flexi foxes or wolves here with the big tail. Again, like started off pink on the bottom and went blue, purple, green, and almost a little bit of the yellow on the top. But these have been selling pretty good too. They're just, for some reason, sorry, had to
You
die for
good?
a second.
You all right there?
For some reason, these foxes always have trouble printing. This one actually has a little jacked up shoulder right there.
Oh man.
And like, but I get everything from like the shoulder will mess up, this piece in the middle will mess up, the nose will mess up, or just all of a sudden the ears at the very end will mess up. Like, I don't understand what is wrong with these foxes, but about like 1 in 3 actually comes out right.
Bummer, dude.
The other one, we finally got the steampunk rainbow in the mail. And while it's not as much steampunk as I thought it would be, I was hoping for more like bronze, silver, I don't know, metallic colors, I guess.
Right.
Oh, yeah. But I made a steampunk fox or wolf,
Yeah.
whichever one you prefer out of it.
I like that. I mean, at first glance, when we looked at the roll, we were like, "Oh, this is kind of jank." But looking at it
Yeah.
printed, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks nice, but still not what I was expecting entirely.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about like we originally ordered like 4 or 5 rolls of this because we were going to print like half the things for the show in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was
And I'm like,
like,
this wouldn't have worked out.
yeah.
Another thing with it, I made another Oni mask because these did well at the Comic-Con. I actually sold 2 of them, the ones that were red and black, like the two-tone filament.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I sold both of those. So I don't have any more two-tone. So I made out of the steampunk rainbow, and I think it still came out pretty cool looking.
Yeah. That is pretty cool looking. I like that a lot. Can you show them the dragon that you printed for me?
No, it's in a box.
Oh, it's in a box. Ah, okay.
I tried to quickly find it before the show, but
Well,
it wasn't working out.
we have a glow in the dark rainbow filament.
Yeah.
And so we print
Pull up
these.
some of the pictures.
Yeah, we print. Well, that's a little complicated with the way I have.
Mm.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, that's a bit complicated with what I have set up right now. But oh yeah,
started making some of these.
yeah. Have you seen the Connect 4 set with that does like the thing like
Yeah.
that? That's so cool.
Just put it. If I can get it back in there. Put the top and just goes all the way through.
Yeah, that's crazy. Those are so much fun.
This is made out of the white and blue dual color filament. The first things I made out of it, and behind me, a large crystal dragon being made out of the same.
Oh, my wife is gonna. It's gonna.
You're gonna buy
swim
half
over
our
that.
stock this weekend.
Yeah, probably. But no, the crystal dragon that I got, or that you printed for me, it's a purple base with the glow in the dark rainbow crystals. I'm so excited to get that and take a look at it in the dark, man. That's gonna be cool looking.
Man, I'm actually. How long have they kept that in the dash, Gert? Because PLA does not do well in the sun, by the way. So I'm curious how well it is doing.
Yeah.
Like it won't turn into liquid or anything; it'll just start warping. But yeah, I'm curious since these are crystal dragons are pretty thick walls and stuff.
Yeah, it
But
might
finally-
because it's thicker. It might be better.
The big show and tell piece they were bringing a steampunk.
Oh
is
yeah.
This big guy. And if you don't know how big my head is, I mean, my head's about as big as a basketball.
Yeah.
And that's how big this guy is. Just a big steampunk.
Yeah, I mean, just
Basically,
put your
fuck,
hand
dude.
next to it, and then see if you can put a Coke can next to your hand, like, because like it's easy to see how big someone's hand is when you put it next to like a Coke can or a soda can.
Everybody knows how big a pop doll is, right?
Yeah, Funko Pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a good scale. That's huge. Yeah, that's gonna be massive.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's actually 2 pieces. You might be able to see the seam, like right there. You go.
Yeah, just barely. Just barely. If you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for our show and tell. A little bit, couple minutes over on our gaming session or section.
Yeah, but that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Moving on to uh, moving on to the veteran topics. Um, with Veterans Day around the corner on Monday,
Next Monday,
we
I'm
wanted.
off. I'm going to be a mooch as much as I can.
I'm working. I might message my boss's boss and be like, "Hey, it's Veterans Day. I'm a veteran. You should let me take the day off." You know, I don't have the PTO, but you should give it to me anyway.
Yeah.
I doubt that'll fly, but you know, I might try. We'll see. But we wanted to talk about Veterans Day, kind of what that means, because I think a lot of people kind of confuse Veterans Day with Memorial Day, and I think it's important to, uh, you know, make people aware of the difference. There are differences. Memorial Day is not for me. It's not for Big Texas Code. It's not for veterans. Veterans Day is. So we'll go ahead and pop into. We have a link from the VA here that kind of describes what Veterans Day is. Do you want to go ahead and go over that, Goat?
Sure. So this was actually interesting because I didn't know the whole history behind it. Uh, but apparently, like the origins was from World War One. Was when they signed the treaty. It was where was the day?
Treaty of Versailles on June 28th of 1919.
Or that's what it is. The treaty went into effect to end the Great War on the 11th day of the 11th hour of the 11th month.
Mm-hmm.
And then for that reason, that's when they declared, all right, this is going to be Veterans Day, regardless of what day of the week it falls on. This is Veterans Day from now on. And then that's what it pretty much was from like November 1919 forever, except for a brief period of time where the government tried to make all like federal holidays be on a Monday so that they could all have back-to-back like 3-day weekends to encourage travel and recreational things. That was in 1968.
That's a smart idea. I can understand that. It sounds yeah okay.
Except they moved it to October 25th. So, like or 20 October 25th. So it wasn't even like around the 11th, and they moved it to a whole another month, October 25th on a Monday. And basically, everybody threw a fit about it. They kept celebrating Veterans Day on the 11th anyway.
Yeah.
And because of that, President Gerald Ford said, all right, we're going to go back to the original observation day of the 11th, and that's been that way ever since 1978.
Yep.
And that's where we are now. Yeah. We're basically just celebrates, what was the word that they use?
Veterans, the restoration of the observance of veterans. Oh no. Not only preserves the historical significance of the date, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of Veterans Day, a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so the lineation there is Veterans Day are for veterans like Goat and myself, and, you know, like many others, I'm sure a couple of our viewers are. And who we, you know, primarily support, who we're out to, you know, run this whole thing and help our veterans. Memorial Day is for those that didn't make it out, those who did not earn the status of veteran because they, you know, are gone. And that's what Memorial Day is for, is remembering those that have come before us that are no longer with us. Treaty of Versailles. Versailles? Yeah. Versailles? It's French.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Versailles.
Yeah.
It's like saying Versace.
Versace. But yeah, with Veterans Day, if you are a veteran, yeah, that's it, Gert. With Veterans Day, though, does come some benefits, and for those of the veterans out there, we like to, keep you guys informed and make sure everybody knows. So we have, we've put together, Goats put together a list of Tulsa and Bartlesville exclusive deals. But we also kind of have a list of, nationwide deals.
So
And
first, I linked that in the chat too. That's the link to everywhere.
yeah,
So you can go and pick and choose which ones fit your town.
yeah.
It's mostly free food, free drinks, things like that. There's a few things in there, like a free haircut. Used to be, what's the oil change place? It's yellow. Midas?
Yeah, yeah,
Midas used to do a free oil change. I don't know if they do that anymore.
yeah. I know Applebee's. I would always do Applebee's just because they would give most of the places that do free meals. It's like off a separate, Veterans Day menu, so you don't get access to the full menu. So don't think you're gonna go into a steakhouse and get the 48-ounce porterhouse.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. You know.
Well, you say that, but
some places do put the
Texas Roadhouse is on there, and it's just free meal.
Yeah.
I don't
Some
know
places-
if they put a limit on it, but it didn't say special menu like all the other ones do.
Yeah, I mean, I know Applebee's does like a separate menu, and
Yeah, most places
TGI
do.
Fridays.
And I listed that on my Bartlesville list. And it tells you on that military.com list too, whether it's a special menu or not.
Yeah.
And usually it's still reasonable.
Yeah.
They're just trying to keep you from getting the $40 meal.
Yeah, I mean,
So they usually have
Carrabba's,
like the burger, the chicken strips.
yeah,
like
Carrabba's is doing something pretty interesting. Whenever you go into Carrabba's and you order a normal entree, they'll give you a take-home entree for free. And it's like, for me, that's incredible because I love ordering extra food so that I have stuff to eat later on.
Yeah. That's our favorite one to go to in town here. Me and Coked Up Zombie almost have an annual tradition. Bricktown Brewery, the one I was telling you, that's like an Oklahoma City started restaurant because that's their nickname is Bricktown.
Right.
So the restaurant's called Bricktown Brewery, and they have one in the town next to us that we went to every year. And then like last year, they got one built here in town. And not only do they give you a free meal off of a limited menu, but it's like 6 choices.
Yeah.
But they give you a $10 voucher as well to come back later, like all the way until like May to get another meal. And they normally give you a custom Veterans Day glass to bring home with you.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, granted, it's only like the first, 30 people or whatever get the glasses. But
Yeah. I'm kind of skimming through this list and I found Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers. I know you
Yeah.
like Freddy's. They're doing if you go in, you can receive a meal card valid for a free combo meal of your choice, and you could redeem it all the way up to December 31st. So you don't have to use it on Veterans Day. You just go in, get your card. You can use it for a free combo whenever you want. Up until
that's
December.
what Texas
cool.
Roadhouse is doing too.
That's really cool.
You can go and get a voucher.
Yeah, a lot of these things, like I didn't know that these companies were doing. Like even, I mean, I remember when I was active duty, like me and a couple of the guys would pile up and we'd go get free lunch and we'd go,
Yeah.
In-N-Out does stuff. Man, that's cool. A complimentary meal, including any burger, fries, and beverage on In-N-Out Burger's menu. Wow.
Dave & Buster's does a free meal and a $10 game card. And then Main Event, if you don't have a Dave & Buster's, does a free double cheeseburger and a 30-minute game
Yep,
card.
30-minute game card. Yeah, Mod Pizza, buy one mod-sized pizza, get one mod pizza free. Olive
There's a few
Garden,
things that
Outback,
if you look
Perry's.
through the
Oh,
list,
man.
you can literally go get like breakfast from one place, a Starbucks
Yeah.
drink, go get your lunch, a dinner, and like 2 vouchers to use later on.
Yeah, you could stop by. You could stop by Chick-fil-A, get your free chicken sandwich, stuff that in your. Okay, I got a story since we're on veteran time. Something that I was kind of known for in the Navy is anytime I would go to get Chick-fil-A, I would always order an extra chicken sandwich. And I'd put it in my cargo pocket. It'd keep my thigh warm for a few hours, but my thigh would also keep the sandwich warm. So I'd eat lunch, and then like an hour before we're ready to get off, I'm kind of hungry still, a little, about to get off work. I don't have really much to eat in my berthing, so I dig into my pocket, pull out this chicken sandwich, and just start munching on the chicken. It didn't really matter where I was. I'd be on the flight line. Doesn't matter. And so people started asking me every day. It's like, hey man, you got a chicken sandwich on you right now?
Gert, you can ask your question whenever, man. You don't have to wait for a specific time.
Yeah, no, ask it. What you got? Off food topic question. Let me know when it's time. Yeah, go for it. But yeah, you could eat free the entire day if you really wanted to. You can get breakfast.
A couple vouchers.
Yeah, a couple vouchers. You can get your cup of coffee. You can get a snack at Chick-fil-A. Get your free chicken sandwich to save for later. I'd pocket that bitch and eat it in a couple hours.
Yeah. I mean, if you like leftovers too, I mean, you can definitely go rack up some stuff.
Yeah, just like go to Texas Road to order a meal, go to Applebee's to order a meal. It's like, can I get this to go? Like, eat a couple of French fries. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of little things, like Little Caesars just has the lunch combo, which is a slice of pizza and a soda.
Four slices of pizza and a soda. You got Tim Hortons. You can get a donut and a coffee.
I threw out the Bartlesville, Tulsa one, though. So just a Google Doc.
Yeah.
For anybody that's local.
Wow. Fogo de Chao. Veterans and active duty get 50% off the full experience, and 3 of their guests will receive a 10% discount.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I will say, I tried Fogo de Chao for the very first time on Saturday. The wife and I celebrated our anniversary, and it was good.
I haven't been to that one, but we've been to Texas de Brazil 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I went to the only other Brazilian steakhouse I've been to was for my birthday last year. We went to a place called Gauchos, and that was incredible. Thank you, Mudslide. Thank you, Gert. As veterans, how would you react if you saw in person someone's doing stolen valor?
One, it's kind of hard to prove.
It's really difficult to prove, and it's tough because I really do firmly believe that a lot of these stolen valor people
are putting on a show.
They're putting on a show, but they've got, I don't want to say that they've got something wrong, but something's not right. They've got some kind of issue, something mentally going on that they're not okay. And I don't think harassing, I don't think harassing and bullying and confronting these people is giving the attention that they need. Right. I honestly think that they don't deserve any attention at all. If I see it and I recognize it immediately, if it's one of those like clearly stolen valor, you don't even acknowledge it, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for attention. They're looking to be acknowledged. That's what they want. If you don't give it to them, they don't win.
And I guess it would depend on the situation too. Like the ones you see online, I feel like they're either one making up shit just for content, or they're mentally disturbed or something. Because like some of those ones you see, like there's no way you think you're getting away with that. The ones that show up with like 1,700 freaking ribbons on their uniform or something.
Oh, like for free food on Veterans Day.
Oh, I mean that one, it'd be really hard to prove because most people just say, "Here, I'm here for the free veteran meal," and they're like, "All right." They don't ask you for an ID.
Most places don't even really ask you. I mean,
and you'd be surprised how many people are veterans.
Yeah.
Legit veterans. Like you look at them, you think, "There's no way they're a veteran."
Yeah,
they are.
It's.
There was a lady at the last show I was at. The person that did the resin molds.
Mm-hmm.
She's, God, I'm trying to think of somebody. She looks like a 60-year-old grandma. Like, God, who's somebody that's like not in shape, not out of shape? I don't know. I can't think of a good example.
Yeah.
But, she doesn't look like somebody that used to be doing push-ups anytime soon. But she wasn't like obese or anything. But she looked like your stereotype 60-year-old grandma sitting on the couch knitting or something.
Yeah. I mean,
but she was a veteran.
Yeah.
But, because who knows what they were 20, 30, 40 years ago. You could have been a veteran from age 20 to 24.
Yeah.
and never did anything with the military afterwards and be a veteran.
Bette Midler. Yeah.
But with the free food, like every time I've gone and got, I mean, I've been getting this free stuff for years. You just show up and say, "Hey, I heard you do a free drink or free whatever." And they're, "Oh yeah, here you go." They don't ask you to prove it.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely been to places that do, and I appreciate that. Because I mean, that's really the thing, the stolen valor. If you ask somebody, it's really simple. You ask them for a DD-214. If they can't present an accurate DD-214, then they're not a veteran. Any veteran should have access to their DD-214 at any given moment.
I mean, not if I'm out at a restaurant.
You don't have a picture of it on your phone?
No.
You don't have it on your driver's license?
A DD-214?
No, not well. You don't have disabled veteran on your designation on your driver's license.
I have veteran status, and I have a veteran ID.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you should be able to produce a government document saying that you're a veteran, and if you can't,
you should be able to prove it. Yes, but you were specifically saying a DD-214. I mean, who the hell carries their DD-214?
But what I'm saying, like,
number?
that's what I'm saying. The best way to to confront somebody that you suspect of stolen valor, it's like, okay, show me proof. Like, show me a government document stating that you're a veteran. DD-214, veteran designation on your driver's license, something. If you can't produce that, then I don't believe you.
Yeah, and almost no veteran would argue that.
Yeah.
Like, if you said, "Hey, prove it," and they're like, "Oh, I lost it" or something.
Yeah,
okay.
No. Any veteran be like,
any
veteran, actual veteran, be like, "Oh yeah, sure, here." You got it on wherever. Like, where that shit is. If you can't find it or you don't have it, you're wrong. It's like your cat card in the military. What are you doing without your fucking cat card? Like,
I mean, and there's other like subtle ways to prove it. Like, hell, even if, because the license one, you have to remember that the next time you go renew your license to have them add that designation. It doesn't get on there automatically.
Yeah, I just got it.
Mine just got on. Yeah, let's say mine just got on there. But even if, like, say I did lose my veteran card or left on my desk because I was taking a picture of it, well, I'm also a USAA member, so I can pull out a USAA card, which is military only.
Yeah, right.
I also have, freaking American flag deployment tattoos and shit on my arm. Like, I could also still to this day drop down and do a proper push-up.
Anybody can get a fucking tattoo with a flag and some random dates on it, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Listen, you're not hard because you've got tattoos, okay?
Just saying. I can prove it in many ways.
That's what I'm saying. That's all veterans. Real veterans. If you're not a real veteran, it's going to be difficult to prove it instantly. Yeah. Any real veteran can prove it immediately. There's no question.
Shit. Or you just start drilling them with random
actual
little
knowledge
facts.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do if somebody says half right face?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
What's your MOS?
What do you do if somebody says beat your face?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Punch myself? Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, so Veterans Day coming up on Monday. Make sure you thank a veteran that you know.
Make sure you go get your free shit.
If you are a veteran, make sure you go get your free shit.
One more thing about the free stuff that I wanted to point out that I just saw this year. So Target has a unique one. I put it on my honorable mentions on my private list, but it's on the military.com one too. It's 10% off your entire basket twice between October 30th and November 12th.
Yeah,
so if you're an avid Target shopper or you do Target grocery shopping, go fill up your entire, go to the Super Target, do all your grocery shopping there and get 10% off your entire basket.
Target sent me a text message the other day saying that we have less than 5 minutes down the road from our house is the largest Target in the country. So yeah, we've become Target shoppers from time to time. So I got that text and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
If you're a board gamer like we are, it's a great place to get board games.
Yes, it is. Oh yeah, they always have. They consistently have the best selection. I will say Kroger's gotten better. Kroger's gotten some cool stuff too.
At board games?
Yeah. Look, at least the Kroger that we shop at, they always have a bunch of really cool board games.
It's random.
Yeah, it is. It really was. But yeah, Target is like top tier when it comes to board games as far as grocery stores. They got it.
And the only other one as far as free non-food stuff is Great Clips. And I think it's Sport Clips also, but there's no Sport Clips near me. Gives a free haircut. And
Yeah.
Great Clips will also give you a coupon for later use. So if you don't need a haircut now, one of those things, swing by, just grab your coupon and come back and get a haircut later.
Yeah. But that'll wrap it up for our veteran section. We're going to be moving on to the gaming and pop culture. And I've got some recent releases, some stuff to talk about. The first thing on my list is something that I think Big Texas, I think Goat, you'll enjoy. I really do. I want to get into it with you. It's Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. It's
I think we briefly looked at that before.
Yeah, we've looked at it before, but I've been watching some gameplay on it. I've been seeing it. It's a multiplayer survival game, but it's not online multiplayer. It's just the four, you and 3 friends. Kind of like Grounded. It's like it's not massively online. But it looks fantastic, man. It looks like so much fun. I went on a Lord of the Rings binge recently. I watched the
Did you watch them all already?
So I watched the 3 like original Lord of the Rings movies in reverse order. So Return of the King, Two Towers, and then Fellowship of the Ring. And then I watched all 3 of the Hobbit movies in order.
Jesus. We started the same thing, ironically, like a couple weeks before you. I think we're halfway through the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, dude!
But we started with the Hobbits movie.
I finished all 6 of them like a few days ago, like last week. Yeah, middle of last week. Baldur's Gate 3 is on sale. Yes, thank you. Baldur's Gate 3 is on sale. Please pick that up if you do not have it. The developers deserve your money. They really, really do. They've put out a wonderful product. There's some really great mods out there too. My wife is playing a Critical Role mod, so you can get the vestiges from Vox Machina. It's really, really cool. Definitely pick that up if you can. Totally worth it.
Ooh. Real quick, one way to make a veteran prove they're a veteran, make them sing their favorite cadence.
Oh, yeah, true.
If you can't spit out your favorite cadence, you're not a veteran.
Yeah.
Or just
I'm a steamroller, baby. Just rolling down the line. Anyway, the next game I want to talk about is Red Dead Redemption, an old game, not a new game. I'm not talking about the second one. I'm talking about the original Red Dead Redemption. The reason I'm talking about is it released on Steam. They did like a kind of a budget remaster, if you will. Budget remaster. They updated the graphics, made it look a little bit better, made it run a little bit faster, and put it on Steam along with the Undead DLC, which I thought was really cool. For somebody who was introduced to the Red Dead universe on the second game, I never got a chance to play the first one. To have it on Steam with like updated graphics and to handle better performing computers, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool to try. The next one on my list here is a mod. Actually, it's a mod for a game that's been out for a long time, and I actually think the mod has been out for maybe a month now too. But it kind of flew under my radar. But Fallout 4. If you've ever played it, is you can heavily mod that game, kind of like Skyrim. Well, a team put together, they didn't want to wait for another Fallout game, so a team went in together to build an entirely new Fallout 4 experience and release it as a mod, and they did. It released Fallout London. So if you're interested in a heavily modded and a completely new story for Fallout 4, they have released it. It's completely new location, new map, new enemies, voiced NPCs, new story, completely new, whole different, but all in the Fallout 4 engine. I think it's really, really impressive work. Some of the screenshots I've seen are incredible. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but you can go to G2A and you can download it for free. I would just Google Fallout London and it'll be the first thing that pops up. Go check it out. Really, really cool. Super exciting. Next on my list, Dragon Age Veilguard released last week. It's coming into a little bit of a controversy. Mixed reviews. I think the last thing I saw on it was 2.3 stars. Which, to be honest with you, according to a lot of the Dragon Age fan base that I've talked to, kind of expected it. They lost faith. They've clearly lost faith in the game because the studio has changed hands. It's not the same people. They've scrapped the project like 2 or 3 times. Like it, just been through a lot of trial and tribulation to get the game up and running, and it hasn't been received very well. Which, it is a shame because I know people put a lot of work into it, and the reasoning behind it, I don't really want to get into on this stream. That could be, maybe a different topic point for a different day, but not received very well. Kind of a bummer. Next on my list here, I have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This is a new Dragon Ball game that just released. Yeah, I'll talk to you about that on the side, Mudslide. I have some comments about that, but we'll talk about it. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero came out. It's a new Dragon Ball game. It looks really, really cool. The roster is ridiculous from what I've seen. There's a lot of different characters you can play as. I've heard a lot of great things about the story mode, but I've also heard that it's too difficult. Now, what do you think? What do you think about games getting blasted for being too difficult?
Well, it's a very broad range when it comes to things being too difficult,
Yeah.
especially like me coming, look at our Mythic experience in Warcraft. It's such a fine line between your casuals and your hardcores.
Yeah.
As to where you're going to put the bar.
Yeah, Mudslide, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Asmongold is one of the videos I'm thinking about. He had a video talking about like how the first 2 fights in the story mode are like cakewalk, but the third fight is like the hardest fight in the entire game, and it's like the very third fight, and it's like, whoa, where does this power spike come from? And so people have been like slamming it because it's like, what is going, like, why am I getting bodied by the third boss in the game? But I thought that was pretty funny.
A similar experience was the new BRD raid released in Warcraft. And we went in there on heroic, our whole raid team went in there on heroic thinking, all right, we'll at least be able to just breeze through the first couple bosses. Well, we spent like an hour on the first boss and couldn't even get it past like 50%.
Yeah.
And this is the first boss. We're a raid team that clears the other heroic raid.
Yeah.
All 8 bosses in like record time, getting smoked by the first boss in an equal difficulty raid. Like,
yeah, I mean, they must have tuned that up like crazy.
Yeah. Rolling back to your Dragon Age one, though, on Steam, it looks like it's doing amazing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
all mostly positive with 13,000 reviews.
Well, I mean, I looked up where did I look up that had 2.3 stars?
I mean, it's not that important, but just saying, depending on where you look, you're probably getting
So I
reviews.
just Googled Dragon Age Veilguard reviews, and the audience rating from Google is a 2.3 stars out of 4,126. But IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. Metacritic gave it an 83%. GameRant gave it a 10 out of 10. So, okay, I mean, critically wise, it's doing well. But I'm hearing a lot of pushback from the community, via Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, just the people that play these games, are having some issues with it, and we could talk about that later. But moving on to the next one, we're seeing some action from The Sims 3, which I thought was pretty interesting. In 2024, we're seeing a brand new Sims 3 expansion.
Are you sure it's Sims 3?
Yes.
Because hasn't The Sims 4 been out forever?
No, I don't think there is a Sims 4.
Pretty sure there is. Pretty sure the kid plays it.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Not Sims 3, Sims 4. Sims 4.
Okay.
Either way, Sims, but still, in 2024, a Sims 4 expansion. I figured they'd be announcing Sims 5 and not expanding on,
No, yeah.
you know, Sims 4.
I mean, they should.
But,
Because,
you know,
Sims 4 release date was September 2014.
yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. So a game that's been out since 2014, and they just released a brand new, like it came out like last week.
And to give you reference on that, Sims 3 was 2009.
Yeah.
So there's only a 5-year gap between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And now we've had Sims 4 for 20 years.
Yeah, but the reason I want to talk about it
10 years, because math is terrible.
Yeah. But the reason I want to talk about it is it looks awesome. It really looks good. Like I like playing The Sims 4. I think it's fun. It's a cool, like, turn your brain off and just relax kind of game. You know, I like messing around with it sometimes. It's fun. There's like some really cool mods where you can like be an astronaut and stuff and like, you know, different careers. But I looked at this expansion and like it expands on the death aspect of the game. So like
$40.
yeah, well, let me explain what it comes with, right? So what it does is normally in The Sims, when your character dies, that's over. You create a new character. But in this, you can continue playing that character. You can play as a ghost, and you can either, you know, live the rest of your days as a ghost and continue that character as a ghost, or you can fulfill like these tasks, and you can be reborn as a child and continue playing your character. Like it's like it gives more like replayability and a ton of content to this game, which I'm kind of blown away by. I was watching through it. I was like, I didn't realize that they had this much stuff still in the bag. You know?
Ghosts can even pair up for a spectral woohoo.
Yes. Yeah. Like they've I was taken aback, but I was like, this is crazy. We're in 2024 and there's a brand new Sims 4 expansion. This is incredible.
Throwing my age back, I played The Sims Online in 2002. It was the MMO version of The Sims.
Oh shit! I didn't even know they had an MMO. I guess that shows you how old I am.
It was pretty cool. Like you got to you build your own house and stuff, and you basically like hosted parties, and you got other players to come to your party and host it. And it kind of reminds me of like there's another game like that where you can become like instead like level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cook basically.
Yeah.
Well, you would want to go to like the house that has the level 5 cook because it would help you level up your cooking faster.
Yeah, so you like it incentivized you to go to people's parties.
Yeah, so
that's
you
pretty cool.
Just go around to people's parties and chat with them and stuff. You know, kind of like an online chat room and stuff. It was
Gert,
crazy.
You need a PC? Yeah. We happen to know some people that build PCs. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Next on my list,
able to rush up a name somewhere.
Yeah. Next on my list, we have an update for an expansion for Factorio. Factorio is a fairly older game, been around for a while. Inspired the game Satisfactory. So if you're interested, if you like those factory builder games and those, you know, logistic management games, Factorio is, you know, the OG of that. They kind of, at least in my opinion,
it's a 5-year-old game.
At least in my opinion, they kind of brought that genre of game to light. And they released a space age expansion. I don't really know too much about it because I haven't played Factorio myself. I have played Satisfactory. I think it's a lot of fun. It's worth the price. I think it's a great little time killer. Just again, you know, something to kind of turn your brain off and just play if you're, you know, don't have anything else to do. But you know, wanted to shout it out there. It's been performing well. I've heard some great things about it. One of the content creators that I watch, Day 9, he's been putting out content about it. Looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely check that out. And then the last thing I have to talk about here on my list is Planet Coaster 2. So if you like, you know, those roller coaster tycoon games from like back in the early 2000s, or like Zoo Tycoon. I mean, this is the game for you. Planet Coaster was
Actually comes out tomorrow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Planet Coaster, the original one, was a really, really cool, honestly, really powerful, theme park building game. You could build really cool, really detailed roller coasters in it, and they've seemed to have improved on it in Planet Coaster 2. So if you're into that kind of stuff, I definitely want to shout that out. They're a lot of fun to play too. I like to dabble in those every once in a while just because, they're fun. You can do
Random
silly
Planet
things.
Coaster fact.
Mhm.
There's comicbook.com has given away a Planet Coaster 2 giveaway. It's a custom Xbox Series X bundle that's themed for Planet Coaster 2.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
pretty funny.
But
Who
with
would have
all
thought it'd be that popular? Have their own
right,
custom Xbox.
right. Oh, let's see. What else
Yeah.
do we have? I think that's it. Yeah.
I mean, other than WoW news, we were talking about, difficulties in games and people thinking that it's too hard, and it's been an up and down battle. I constantly hear people in my raid team complain about it and whatnot. And even I kind of complain about it. You end up just hitting these like hard stopping points
Yeah.
where you just can't really progress any further without going into the next difficulty of content, which almost feels too difficult.
hard. Yeah. Yeah. And
And
I mean, we're definitely feeling that in our mythic raids right now. You can attest to that. Like, we could breeze through 3s and 4s, but you put us in a 6 and we're kind of struggling a little bit.
Well, yeah. Well, I was just mostly referring to gear. Like, once you hit 620 item level, you're just stuck.
Yeah.
You're stuck until you're doing mythic 8s and higher only.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but a mythic 8 is freaking hard.
Yeah.
And it almost just slowly starts taking the fun out of the game. There's a challenge, but then most of us play these games, as we advocate with RUM-Gaming, we play these games to unwind, relax.
Yeah. Is Conker's making a comeback? Man,
Oh,
I
think
wish,
it is.
dude.
Didn't we talk about that? Hang on. I'm gonna look it up. Conker's Bad Fur Day remake. I swear we looked this up before. They work.
I don't know, man. I haven't heard anything. Conker's Live and Reloaded that came out in 2005. I haven't heard anything about Conker, man. I would love that. That would be sick.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorite Nintendo 64 games. Like,
so far, the lead designer gave a interview and said the sequel to the game is unlikely to ever happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like it's like the third movie for Boondock Saints to make it a trilogy. It'll never happen, which sucks.
But it's funny why they said it though. They said a lot of it is because of society nowadays.
Yeah, it wouldn't fly.
You can't do shit like that anymore.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't fly. No way. But with that said, I hope everyone enjoyed our monthly pulse. Make sure you check out our Discord, follow us on YouTube, or subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, X is what they call it. Check out our website, www.rum-gaming.com. Come join us in Discord.
Come to Steampunk November.
Yeah, come to Steampunk November in Venus, Texas, this weekend. Be there or be square. Come buy some stuff from us. Come see us. We'll be in costume. If you want to see that.
Dropped off my jacket alterations today.
Yeah, my costume is sitting right there, ready to go. So we will see you all next month for our monthly update. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for our weekly mythic runs, and make sure you tune in again on Monday for Scriv's weekly streams, and we will see you tomorrow.
Well, hang on.
Oh,
what about your hint about video footage from this weekend?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we may or may not be posting a vlog of the event afterwards.
Or if anything, we'll bring back pictures. But
yeah,
pictures for sure. Perhaps video. Depends on how much time we get over there.
Yep, we will see. We will see. But I hope
Dragon in tights. I hope so.
Oh, listen, do you want me to bring my elf tights? I'll bring my elf tights. I've got them, dude.
Hey, we're trying to make sales, so I mean, whatever you can do to get the customer.
I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Y'all stay safe. Have a happy Veterans Day if we don't see you.
Yep. Happy Veterans Day.